The World Health Organization has spoken. Their verdict, 18 degrees Celsius, or 64.4 degrees Fahrenheit, is the ideal indoor temperature for winter. That's right, folks. Layer up those sweaters and embrace the chill because apparently that's what's best for us. Now, I'm no doctor, but I've spent enough winters huddled under blankets to know that 18 degrees sounds a tad optimistic. As it turns out, I'm not alone. Experts are pushing back against the WHO's recommendation, arguing that it's simply too low to maintain a healthy living environment. This isn't just about comfort, though let's be honest, comfort is important. We're talking potential health risks here, particularly for vulnerable groups like the elderly and those with pre-existing conditions. So, before you crank down the thermostat to appease the WHO, let's dive into why experts are sounding the alarm and what you need to know to stay warm and healthy this winter. Because as we all know, a cold house is an unhappy house, and nobody wants that. The WHO's suggestion is rooted in energy conservation and reducing heating costs, which is commendable. However, the balance between saving energy and maintaining health is delicate. Lowering the thermostat to 18 degrees Celsius might save on energy bills, but it could lead to increased use of space heaters and other warming devices, potentially negating those savings. Moreover, the psychological impact of feeling cold at home can affect overall well-being. A warm home is often associated with comfort and security. Cold indoor temperatures can also exacerbate respiratory issues and other health problems, making it crucial to find a balance that works for everyone. So, while the HU's recommendation might be a starting point, it's essential to consider personal comfort and health needs. Adjust your thermostat to a level that keeps you warm and healthy. After all, a warm and cozy home is not just about physical health, but also about creating a space where you can relax and enjoy life. Stay warm, stay healthy, and find the temperature that works best for you and your loved ones. Because at the end of the day, a happy home is a warm home, and that's something we can all agree on. Hold on to your hats, folks, because the experts aren't exactly thrilled with the WHO's chilly suggestion. The World Health Organization has recommended a minimum indoor temperature of 18 degrees Celsius, or 64 degrees Fahrenheit, during the winter months. In fact, they're downright disagreeing with it. Many experts believe that this recommendation is not only impractical, but potentially harmful. Leading health and heating specialists are advocating for a minimum indoor temperature of 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit during the winter months. They argue that this temperature is essential for maintaining good health and comfort. That's a full 2 degrees warmer than the WHO's recommendation, and they're not mincing words about it. They stress that even a small difference in temperature can have significant impacts on people's well-being. Their reasoning? It's simple. 18 degrees is just too darn cold for most people to maintain a healthy body temperature, especially when you factor in things like humidity levels and individual health conditions. For the elderly, young children, and those with chronic illnesses, a warmer environment is crucial. We're not talking about a brisk autumn day here, people. We're talking about the dead of winter, when temperatures can plummet and staying warm becomes a matter of survival. We're talking about spending prolonged periods in a temperature that could actually do more harm than good, especially for those most vulnerable. Prolonged exposure to cold can lead to hypothermia, respiratory issues, and other health problems. So while the WHO might be content with a slightly frosty abode, the experts are clear. 20 degrees is the minimum for a safe and healthy winter. They urge everyone to consider the broader implications of indoor temperature settings, not just for comfort, but for overall health and safety. Okay, let's talk turkey about why this whole temperature debate matters. It's not just about comfort, folks, it's about your health. See, when your home is too cold, your body has to work harder to maintain its core temperature. This can put extra strain on your cardiovascular system, especially for those with heart conditions. And it's not just your heart that takes a hit. Exposure to cold temperatures can also weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to nasty winter bugs like colds, flu, and even pneumonia. And if you think that's bad, consider this. Cold, damp conditions are a breeding ground for mold, which can wreak havoc on your respiratory system, especially if you have asthma or allergies. So, while saving a few bucks on your heating bill might be tempting, it's important to weigh that against the potential health risks. Because let's face it, getting sick is expensive too. Unsurprisingly, the internet has thoughts about the WHO's 18-degree recommendation, and let's just say they're not exactly shouting their praises from the rooftops. Social media has been flooded with reactions from people who are, well, less than thrilled about the prospect of spending their winter shivering in their own homes. From humorous memes of people wearing parkas and mittens indoors to genuine concerns about affording heating bills while staying healthy, the message is clear. People aren't buying it. The general consensus seems to be that 18 degrees is simply unrealistic for most people, especially those living in colder climates or with health conditions that make them more sensitive to the cold. It seems the WHO might want to check their Twitter feed before issuing any more thermostat-related decrees. Section 5. Staying warm, not bankrupt, energy-saving tips for a cozy home. As the temperatures drop, it's natural to want to keep your home warm and cozy without breaking the bank. Let's dive into some practical tips to achieve just that. Alright, so we've established that 18 degrees Celsius might not be the most practical or healthy target for your thermostat. While it might save on energy, it can leave you feeling chilly and uncomfortable. But what about those energy bills? They can be a real burden, especially during the colder months when heating costs skyrocket. Fear not, my friends, because staying warm doesn't have to mean emptying your wallet. There are several strategies you can employ to keep your home warm and your energy bills low. There are plenty of ways to improve your home's energy efficiency and keep those heating costs in check. One of the simplest and most effective methods is to seal up any drafts. Start by sealing up those drafty windows and doors. Drafts can let in cold air and let out the warm air you're paying to heat. You can use weather stripping, caulk, or even a good old-fashioned draft excluder to keep that precious heat from escaping. These are inexpensive solutions that can make a big difference. Next up, consider adding insulation to your attic and walls. Insulation acts as a barrier to heat loss, keeping the warmth inside your home where it belongs. It might seem like a big investment up front, but it'll pay off in the long run with lower energy bills. Plus, a well-insulated home is more comfortable year-round. And don't forget about the simple things: layering your clothing, using thick curtains, and closing them at night to keep the cold out and the warmth in. Even cuddling up under a blanket can all make a difference in how warm you feel without cranking up the heat. Small changes can lead to big savings and a cozier home. Section 6. The price of warmth, balancing costs and well-being. Let's face it, the cost of living is skyrocketing.